This week, my Real Animals adventure takes me to South Carolina to fish with my good friend, Captain Ben Alderman.
I got something big, boys.
In Charleston, one of my top 5 favorite destinations. Super, super cool place. Great town, great fishing. Looking forward to this adventure. Charleston, here we come, baby.
There
ready
he
to do
is.
this?
Ready to go.
I am ready to go do
Absolutely.
this, kid.
Good to
So
see
excited.
you.
Always good to see you, bro. I'm so excited to fish with you again.
Well,
Let's rock and roll.
let's catch him.
Catch a red dog?
Yeah.
I'm in. Hey gang, today I am in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina with the man here from Charleston, South Carolina. Captain Ben Alderman's taking me fishing. What do you think, buddy? I mean, we got beautiful weather.
It's nice.
We're
it's
here.
nicer than I thought it was going to be.
Okay. Well,
It's
that's
a little
exciting.
warm, but you know, we got high tide getting ready to start falling out. And hopefully the fish are going to fall out with it.
Last
We're gonna catch
time I was here, when that tide started to fall and those fish started to kind of dump out in the creeks, that's when everything happened. So
It's going to happen fast today with the tide and the wind, with the southwest wind. It's going to go out fast and everything's going to happen pretty fast. Usually our best bite on artificial is when the water's moving.
right, sure.
So right now we're kind of chilling because it's the top of the tide right this minute. As soon as it starts to roll out, things should start to happen.
I don't know anybody that I fish with knows their estuary any better than you. I cannot wait.
We'll see
I
if it
cannot
works.
wait to see what the good Lord gives us. It's going to be a great day.
All this is what we call no man's land. And a lot of times at this part of the tide, the fish will sit up in that area where it's really hard to fish them. But then you get to an area like this where you start to see it's broken, a little creek, you got little pockets up in the grass. This is a prime area to find the redfish. They're probably in this grass too, but we could never catch them. But the ones that are over here are catchable.
Got a shot.
We'll see if we can do it. It should be like clockwork. Yeah, that might have been a fish.
Might have been.
All right, let's slow it. You got it.
There he is.
Look at that. You saw him. That was a fish that went right by
sure
us.
is. Get out of there.
Power pull down. See, I did tell you the right bait. See, I gave you the good bait. I was handicapping myself. How about that?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice little fish.
It's a start.
Listen, I like them all. I've never met one I didn't like. He thumped it, boy. He was trying to get a head start on that. Outgoing tide. He's like, oh, it's going to start here any minute. I might as well eat this thing.
Dead high. Nice.
Little bitty jerk bait. Weedless,
Right.
walking it right over the top of that oyster bar. Look how blue that tail is. Y'all get the bluest tails here of anywhere I've ever
They
fished.
really do.
You do.
Now see, this little short skiff guide has a hard time getting these fish oversized. This fast.
Sorry, buddy. That's a nice fish. This is a good opener.
Pliers. You hooked him good.
He hooked himself.
Right. All right, number one.
Good looking fish.
Hey, we'll take it.
Attaboy.
Get your back.
There's a starter.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Charleston,
On
baby.
the board.
Welcome to Charleston,
On
baby.
the board.
Thanks, Cap. The tug is the drug is one of my favorite lines. I use it all the time when I'm fishing my home waters, when I'm filming other shows, and it's a Ben Alderman line. I got to give him credit every time because I don't know that there's a better way to put it. I mean, that's it. When you first start catching fish and you get addicted to this sport, that tug is the drug.
Yeah, everybody talks about the release. Now I do enjoy releasing a fish and how great that they say, oh, that release is the greatest feeling. Not for me. I like the actual biting and the pulling part.
I like it.
That's my favorite part.
I like the tug.
Even if they get off, sometimes
I'm
that's
with you.
better than,
Sometimes you get the
I
best
just
part of
want to
them.
know that I fooled them.
Especially with artificial. Such a cool feeling. Captain Ben and I met probably 20, 25 years ago fishing the Pro Redfish Tournament Trail. Really, really loves fishing. His heart is into his guiding. I don't know if I fish with anyone, anywhere, that's any more dialed into their estuary and what's going on there than Ben is with this redfish estuary here in Charleston. It's just always blows my mind coming here to fish with him. He's so knowledgeable and so dialed in day to day with what those fish are doing that it just makes it fun to watch him work.
There's one. Oh boy. He jumped. Who said redfish don't jump? Right,
that one did. He jumped all over that thing, dude. Can't
you can reach him a little better than I can.
Can't turn down the old Strike King paddle tails. Come here. You're on the board, dog.
I knew it was just a matter of time. Now it's time to catch him.
We got a couple fish under our belt that you can kind of see that everything Ben's been talking about, the way the day's gonna go, it's all just starting to fall into line. And you know that once it starts to fall, that first domino, the first redfish, it just gets better and better and better because, again, I don't fish with very many guys that know their estuary any better than Captain Ben Alderman.
Fish pushing right there, the group of them. That shit. There. That's more fish too. Ooh, he's gonna take me into a bunch of trouble. Powerful down.
Have it?
Yeah. Look at them all. There they all go. I got that light leader on there. It's a pretty light leader. So I'm gonna take it easy. Whoa, hey, 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 hey.
I was trying to get another one to eat there, but couldn't do it.
Ooh.
It's a good fish right there.
Yes, I get it.
That one's a big one, dog.
Yeah, that's a nice fish. I'll take it. Well, this Bull Bay rod feels good. Real animals on the side of it. What color blue is that?
Ice blue, baby.
Ice blue.
I had a funny feeling my early morning success wasn't going to lead to an all-day flourish with you on the bow. Attaboy. Those fish are so pretty, man. Attaboy.
That's what we needed.
Attaboy, Cap. Boy, he inhaled that bait. Destroyed it.
He hammered it.
He destroyed it.
I felt it.
That's why you come right there. Charleston, baby.
That's a good one. How's that water feel?
Actually, it's warm, but not like our water.
Yeah, not like bath water.
No, it's got a little cool to it, which I think you can kind of tell too in the fight of these fish this time of year. You know, summertime in Tampa Bay, they're a little lethargic, boy.
Yeah, they give up.
Water temp 90 degrees. Cap, that was pretty right there.
That was a nice one. Let's do that.
You know what was impressive to me again, and it's one of my favorite things about fishing with you, it's your patience. Because we worked this thing and you kept saying, we're a little early, we're a little early, we're a little early. So we did the big sweep around and came back through. So that's kudos to you, bro. That's why you're so good on tour, man. That patience is really, really key, kid. Nice job. I knew coming up here that we were either going to be in one of two things, probably. We were either going to be in a shrimp bite or we were going to be in a mullet bite. And so I was kind of prepared to go either way. It was pretty, obvious early on that we were in kind of a mullet feeding pattern. Everywhere that there was, some kind of mullet action, that's where we found our redfish. So I went with, green pumpkin pearl. Mullet, as they're rolling, are going to give you that white flash. They have that kind of brown, green back to them, especially in the dirty water estuaries like Charleston or Jacksonville, Louisiana. I know it's kind of an old saying in fishing, but it really, really holds true. Match the hatch and you'll just catch more fish. It's just the way it works.
Somewhere along that back ledge. Yeah.
There he is.
You got it, the oyster bed, you're on top of the oyster, but get him up high, get his head up high.
Oh boy.
Nice
Hey,
work.
good call. There should be one right here. It's so hard to fish with Ben because, you know, you just don't know where he wants you to be. Make a long cast right here and you'll get bit. Okay. I think that mullet pattern, that mullet looking bait really was the key here. I felt a little tick and I thought it was the oyster bar, but I think it was this one picking it up. Shot across that bar. It's a little better fish than my morning guy. My first one this morning. I'm telling you, and this bait is actually the Strike King Swimming Caffeine Shad. It's actually a KVD bait. It's on the bass side. They don't even make this on the saltwater side, but it's one of my go-to paddle tails, and it has been for years.
I think we caught him on that last time you were here.
Big snook, we did. Big snook. It's such a great bait. I don't know what it is about that long wiggle on that tail, but they just can't turn it down. You get the color right, that Swimming Caffeine Shad is a beast. All the new saltwater stuff that Strike King Lures is doing is incredible, Ben.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time going away from that old go-to. I've been fishing that Swimming Caffeine Shad for years. Nice fish. Meaty too. You can tell there's bait in your estuary because there's some weight to them. Yeah.
They're eating.
Pretty red dog. Pretty red dog.
Nice work.
Well, that's all you, kid.
Shit.
All I gotta do is make a cast and catch him. You put me on him, dog. That's my brother. Thanks, sir. Sweet fish. It's always good to change things up. You know, I've always been predominantly a lift and fall guy, even with my paddle tails. It's just kind of how I started fishing soft plastics, and I think a lot of people do that. But it was interesting today in that we were seeing some fish early that we were having to work to get to eat. And what you have to do is you have to find what presentation they want. And today they wanted that artificial moving. So we went to a long cast with a slow retrieve just above that strike zone, and that seemed to be the ticket. So remember, whenever you're on the water and you're seeing fish, you're having trouble getting a bite, change that presentation up a little bit. There he is. Got it.
There you go, Mike.
Slow roll that one right through him.
Just had to talk to him,
Yeah,
man.
I had to slow roll it right through him. That was a cool one because we saw that school come, and then with it staged up right there, just milling around, that was a cool fish.
Well, you had to change up your action a little
Yeah, I sure did. I was trying to play dead a little bit, and that wasn't working, so I just tried to slow roll, and that worked good. Nice redfish. Hey.
bit. Easy.
So temperamental.
Medium size. That's a medium.
They got so much energy here with that water temp being a little cooler.
Blue tail.
Pretty
He's got
spot.
some pretty spots.
Super blue tail. Wow.
Yeah.
Ah. Pretty drum noise you making.
Little male.
Pretty drum noise. Get out of there, y'all lassoed around your
25
pretty
incher.
lips.
24 incher.
Now what's your slot here?
23 inches.
What's the bottom end? 18 to 23?
15.
15. Okay.
Yeah, he'd be a heartbreaker. He's a little long.
Pretty though.
He is beautiful.
Nice work, Cap. You said
Hey.
they'd be on this shoreline, and by golly, they are. Almost everywhere you say there should be a fish, there's a fish.
Wow.
Are these all your pets? You got them all?
Yes. There's a big fish.
Oh boy. You know, people think redfish, they automatically think Louisiana. I mean, if I'm being honest, obviously Louisiana is a very special place because of the size of the fish, but I gotta tell you, Charleston, South Carolina, you wanna go see a lot of redfish and get a lot of shots at some really, really great redfish, South Carolina should be on your list. It's a beautiful, beautiful, incredible place to go. Put that vicious braid to the test, baby.
Get your butt over here.
Oh yeah, that's the big one of the day right there, buddy. Strike King paddle tails, boy. Slow rolling them through the mullet. Nice fish, kid.
He hammered it.
Yeah, he thumped it, boy.
He hammered it.
So is the red dog. Nice. Good boy. Hey gang, this week's Real Animals tip, I want to talk to you about my good friends at Strike King Lures. You know, for many years, as long as I can remember, Strike King has been the #1 name in freshwater baits. But now they've ramped it up. They've come out with a whole new saltwater line that absolutely changes the game. Their topwater Sexy Dog, which is from the KVD side on the freshwater side, all they did was toughen this bait up. Better hooks, better coating, great rattle in it for, you know, saltwater species. Even on their soft plastic side, which has always been great. They've used a lot of Elastec technology, which is really great for long-lasting baits. The Rage Swimmer, as you know from watching over the years, one of my very favorite soft plastic baits as far as paddle tails go. This thing has incredible, the ridges on it give it a vibration like nothing else that swims in the water. Super, super stuff going on here at Strike King Lures on the saltwater side. You got to go check them out. Go to strikeking.com. Find out for yourself why I'm reaching for these and more every day. Great saltwater line of baits.
Set the hook. Like, something. What is it, trout?
I don't know.
Little baby redfish?
I think it's a small red, the way he ate. If I had to guess. No,
Trout.
it's a trout.
Aha.
And it's a heavy trout.
Nice.
Dude, you got big, brawny trout here.
Yeah, he's fat.
I wonder why. I mean, your
All the
fishery,
bait everywhere.
this estuary is so full of bait. I thought for sure it was a little redfish too, the way he thumped it was digging.
But it's not.
They got shoulders here, dude. Seriously,
Nice trout.
look at the width on that back. Wow. Pretty fish.
I got something big, boys.
What you got, Cap?
I would think it would probably be a redfish.
I think it's probably a redfish too.
Listen to, oh yeah.
So I
This is a little different.
just tied it up and you had to go catch it.
This is a little different too.
Yeah, that one's a
This
big
is a little
fish.
different.
The tug is the drug.
That's right.
One of my favorite sayings of all time fishing is the tug is the drug, and this is the guy right here
Yo, this
that
is
taught me that saying.
this is a big fish.
Look at the smile on his face. That right there is why the tug is the drug, right there.
That's right there. That's a good one.
That's a real good one.
New fish of the day.
Yeah, that's a big fish. Nice. Nice red dog. Charleston style, baby. Hey gang, this week's Real Animals tackle box, we use some of my favorite gear. So this is the Bull Bay Real Animals Signature Series, 7 foot 2 inches long. I love that length for throwing artificials. This is the 6 to 15 pound medium weight, moderate fast tip. So it's got a light tip on it, but not too light. I love throwing artificials with the moderate fast. Gives you just a little bit more whack when you go to set the hook. Good stuff here. Penn Battle DX 3000. By now you guys know I love the Battle DXs. I think it's a phenomenal reel, great drag in it, super light, just a really functional reel. Battle DX 3000, 10 pound vicious braid. I like the blue. They make a high vis yellow too, but when I'm throwing artificials, fish can get a little spooky. I like the blue a little bit better. We're using a 25 pound vicious fluorocarbon leader, and the lethal gig today was a weedless weighted bass hook with a green pumpkin pearl. This is the KVD Swimmin' Caffeine Shad. Strike King makes this color, this green pumpkin pearl, in a couple different baits. Comes in the Rage Swimmer as well, which is also just a great paddle tail. But overall, one of my very favorite paddle tails all time, the KVD Swimmin' Caffeine Shad. It's not really in the saltwater series. It's more of a freshwater bait. It's got Kevin Van Dam's name on it, but it is absolutely phenomenal. And this green pumpkin pearl, the estuary here in Charleston, South Carolina, is just covered today in these small mullet. They were everywhere, and everywhere we found the mullet, we found the redfish. So that's what led me to go with this green pumpkin pearl. It's a great mullet imitator. Again, phenomenal action on the bait. This is all the stuff you need to do exactly what we needed to do today. It was real important to go weedless, so make sure you got that weedless weighted bass hook. It worked out phenomenal for kind of crawling it over some of the oyster bars, getting into those grassy areas and trying to catch one of those fish on that outgoing tide, you know, turn towards that water coming out, looking for some grub. Great setup to do exactly what Ben and I did. Get yourself hooked up, get out on the water and catch you some fish. You know, this has been another just incredible trip to Charleston, South Carolina. You know, just great memories made on this voyage. We had some hurdles in our drive up here this time that we don't always have. But again, that just adds to the memories. And just always a pleasure. Captain Ben Alderman, Charleston, South Carolina. It's a place I'll be back to, I can promise you. Next time, I might even try to fish some of those flood tides up in the grass. I haven't done that yet, so Charleston, I'm coming back.